And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of Wisdom Transmissions Live, where Breanne and I are going to be here, and we're going to be doing some readings for you guys, both personal and general questions. Right. So this is again why we do it in kind of a special edition. I don't usually bring about personal readings or personal questions through the webcast, but as it is a special edition, we're going to make it so. And I also mentioned, and Breanne is here with me, so hello, Breanne.
Hello, everybody.
And I also mentioned that there's a big announcement with this, and that is going to be that there's going to be a brand new Wisdom Transmissions YouTube channel, which means this channel is going to be archiving. Okay, what that means is that it's not closing down. You're still going to be able to access all of the material on this channel, but I've decided to make a brand new Wisdom Transmissions channel because there's quite a few reasons, right? So that there's a lot of old videos on here that YouTube is basically flagging, right? And it hasn't been very good. I also haven't been able to really promote this channel with paid ads or anything of that nature, and I definitely want to do that. So this, again, that's one of many reasons. So this particular channel of Wisdom Transmissions YouTube channel is going to be archived. So what that means is that it'll still be on YouTube. All of the videos on this channel are still going to be here. They're not going anywhere. Okay, but a brand new Wisdom Transmissions YouTube channel is going to be created effective November 1st. Okay, so November 1st, I'm going to be creating a brand new Wisdom Transmissions YouTube channel, and it is going to be a membership channel. Okay, but there's still going to be a lot of free content on it. So again, I'll still be doing a lot of my videos that I will usually do, but the reason I'm calling it a membership channel is because I am going to start doing personal readings on that brand new channel directly for members. Okay, so I have not created the new channel yet. The new channel will be put together when I come back from Bosnia. I'm leaving for Bosnia tomorrow from, again, the 12th of September up until the 23rd of September. When I come back, I'm going to be creating the brand new YouTube channel and promoting that, and then we're just going to start a migration of moving over into the new YouTube channel, Wisdom Transmissions. So again, it will have a lot of free material. It'll have a lot of free content, just as this one does, but it's going to have that bonus material where you'll have the option, and of course it'll just be optional, to join as a member because I'm going to be doing weekly personal readings on the Wisdom Transmissions YouTube channel for everybody. So that, again, will be available for members only. So that's the exciting news. Brand new YouTube channel to come. And Breanne, do you want to tell people about your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't checked it out, it's Readings with Breanne. I'm also looking to do a membership kind of bonus portion where I'll be doing weekly personal readings as well. So that's still in the works. Hopefully I'll be able to get that up and going over the next week or two here, but it'll be kind of a similar thing where you'll have the option to become a member, and I'll be doing weekly topics and open floor for personal readings as well.
So we're both going to have, I mean, for me, November 1st, I'll have my membership membership YouTube channel. Breanne will have her membership YouTube channel as well too before that time. So you can basically let everybody know when you're going to be going live for that membership channel.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I will send out a newsletter. I'll probably most likely try to work on that this week, and I'll have it up and running before November anyway.
Exactly. So do you want to tell people the type of sessions that you offer through your website?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much an open floor in terms of things that you would like to discuss and talk about. Of course, there's love, there's romance, finances, business, yeah, there's so many different topics out there. So I'm pretty open to looking into whatever it is that you're needing, or even if you're looking for something general, I'm just kind of tuning in with spirit and seeing what general messages come out. So again, love, relationships, twin soulmates, twin flames, business, finance, all that stuff.
Extraterrestrials,
Yeah,
ancient history.
Yeah, I have fun with all that. So
how have your clients been enjoying your work?
Oh, it's been amazing. I've had so much lovely feedback. You guys are phenomenal. I appreciate all of you guys. It's been a really good feedback from hearing from everyone.
Oh, great. Well, again, there's quite a few of my clients that are also having sessions with Breanne as well too, so that's always wonderful. So again, you can check out her website here, readingswithbreanne.com. She has very affordable rates as well too, and like I said, she's very accurate. If you guys really like Tarot by Janine or Isabella in that way, they're great as well too, but they don't do private sessions. Breanne does. So check that out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's broadcast. So again, if you guys do have any personal or general questions that you want to ask, you just go ahead and put that in the chat. Okay. If you guys also want to do donation-based questions, that will put you in priority sequence. So I'm not bringing in Adronis today. Okay. So I'm going to basically I will be doing readings alongside with Breanne. That's basically the beautiful delight of the special edition here today of this webcast, is that we're both going to be taking your questions, and both of us are going to be answering it in our own way. So if by chance you're not too sure of something, then it's okay. I'll be with you. I'm your wingman here for you, so it's not a problem. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and open up the chat now, and we're just going to see what questions are coming forward. So like I said, anything personal or anything general. We'll take a couple questions, and we're going to break for the announcements. But like I said, I'm going to be in Bosnia tomorrow for a week and a half. I'm doing the Bosnia healing tour. We're going to be checking out the ancient Pyramid of the Sun. A couple of months back, you guys were seeing that I was promoting it and looking into the ancient Pyramid of the Sun. Adronis is going to be coming through. He's going to be sharing some history about Bosnia. And we're sold out. We're a sold out tour, so that makes me happy. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, guys, if you do want to leave a donation-based question, we will get to that one right away too, as soon as we see it. Okay, so let's start off with James here. James says, wondering if you can look into how the gray hat operations are kept so quiet without leaking from whistleblowers or on-the-ground personnel present in their operations. Well, I don't call them gray hats. I call them counterforces. Okay. Now, what I've talked about is I usually don't say, okay, well, they're not really white hats, because they will do certain gray hat aspects. Guys, it's really easy to keep things quiet from the public. It's not hard. Okay. It is actually quite simple. They don't use public internet. They don't use the public forums. They don't use the public stuff that we're aware of how to convey information and to take care of these things. It's like I've talked about before, because I was even doing readings on this, about deep underground military bases. You really will hardly find anything publicly about that. You'll hear people talking about it, but you're not really going to find footage of them going deeply into drilling into dumbs and infiltrating bases and saying whatever they need to taking care of their business while they're going in there. You're not going to see that. And anybody that does say that is basically probably using AI or CGI or anything of that nature. It's not hard to keep things from us, right? Because again, you're not using a public forum. When you're using a public forum, then everything's going to be known, right? But that's not something that they do. So I think what we'll do for this first reading, because again, you want to look into, I would say, counterforce operations are kept so quiet. Maybe we'll look into the success of the counterforce operations, with the counterforce operations that are happening worldwide. What's happening with them? What's their success? What's happening in regards to the counterforces? So I'll let Breanne shuffle, and I'm going to basically tune into that first for myself, just with some of the counter forces that are happening, counter force operations that are taking place. So let's take a look. There's some of them that are in space. This is interesting. There's military that will basically go into space in that way. So my feeling is that there are some secret launches. A lot of the spacecraft that we may see in the sky can actually be terrestrial spacecraft, right? So basically, we do have military personnel. I can't say if they're actually, part of the Earth military, but basically, we could almost look at them like SSP, right? And they are basically going into like TR-3Bs, and they do have craft, and they will do certain forms of orbital surveillance. Okay, so that's kind of the feeling I'm getting with that. There's a lot of joint task force operations, and this is kept very, very quiet. Okay, so really the only way you're going to hear about this is if there's certain whistleblowers. So I don't have any direct, official contact with the SSP. I'm just getting this directly from the subconscious. But from what I can tell from the subconscious here is that there are meetings that do take place. A lot of people do talk about Cheyenne Mountain. Okay. Cheyenne Mountain is a very strong base of operations that do host both on-world and off-world personnel. Okay, so they do have connections there. I'm also feeling that there are some other bases in Mexico where they meet as well too. Okay, Mexico also has some. I'm also feeling maybe some areas of Europe. I can't really pin them down, but we could basically say maybe not too far from Germany, maybe close to about West or Southern Europe. Okay, they also have some meeting areas there as well too, and a lot of these are installations that were once run by the dark hats, the dirty players, as I call them, right? And so they've basically been taken over, and they're being used for meeting places. I think they're also using the resources of the bases as well too. So Cheyenne Mountain is one. There's a couple places in Mexico. There's others in the west and southern areas of Europe where they're meeting. And like I said, it's joint task force altogether. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. And so basically we have personnel, human beings here on Earth that will board these types of vessels looking like TR-3Bs, right? The triangular craft, and they will actually be mistaken for UFOs, but they're not. They're actually, there's a lot of humans on board those ships. They are actually terrestrial craft. So Breanne, what did you get?
Yeah, really very much lined up with what you're talking about. We have the world card here right off
Let's
the
go ahead and
bat.
switch the, here we go. There we go.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Yeah, we have the world card right off the bat, the Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Wands right in the middle as well. So it's kind of like like you said, they have taken over. It feels like they're doing a lot of this in silence, and I feel like with that moon too, there could be, like I said, maybe some off-worldly bases happening around here.
Joint operations.
Yeah, joint operations that maybe around here, maybe not with that moon card as well. But it looks like everything is moving the way it needs to be. We have that Six of Wands in the outcome, moving away from troubled waters, going into a much maybe some calmer tides here. But it's beautiful energy coming up here with this energy.
Oh, good.
These cards, yeah.
That's good to see. So James, that's what I refer to as the counter forces. Like I said, it's kind of like they can be white hat, but they can also be very gray hat at the same time. Sometimes they can almost move into the boundaries of black hat as well too. So I don't really have a specific hat to call them. I basically would just refer to them as the counter forces, because the counter forces are more than just people. The counter forces simply represent a force. They're an energy. So again, if you have certain forms of situations that are unfolding on the earth that are all based on corruption, well, for any particular type of ill-informed intent with that, there is a counterforce, right? So for any force that represents malicious intent, there is a counterforce that is instantly birthed. And that energy basically becomes pliable to that energy. And everything that represents the manifestations of the earth will close in and attempt to bring balance, because that's the universe's job. The universe's job is to bring a counterforce to any particular malicious force that is trying to take something out of balance. So that's exactly why I call them the counterforces. Okay. So James, I hope that answers your question. Really good question too, by the way. Thank you for that. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we have some more questions here. Here's one from Woo Woo Woman. Hello, Woo Woo Woman. She asks, question, could you please look up my son's health this year? His name is Luca. He is turning 14 tomorrow. He has diabetes type 1 and has switched schools. He is nervous and his glucose is all over. Okay, so just looking into her son's health, into her son, Luca. So I'll let Breanne take the tarot first, and then I'll do a follow-up after that as well.
All right, so we do have that death card right off the bat, a transition going on here. There's definitely some I feel like some struggles energetically and within the situation, because we have that Tower moment as well and the Ten of Swords, but there is that light at the end of the tunnel as well. So it's big transition, especially right now that he's going through with that death card. Let's see here. Got that thinker energy as well. So it's kind of, it's almost trying to not overthink the situation as well. Sometimes I think when we're putting that energy out there, if you're constantly thinking about how bad things can get, you're kind of attracting that energy as well. There is some progress I feel like he is making with his health, but overall there's a little bit of a Tower moment happening here in his energy. So okay. What are you getting with your...
So let me just go ahead and tune into Luca here. Okay, so again, I don't really want to give you too much dietary advice, woman. Okay, but what I would suggest is that there's I would say really putting him on Radiate would be very good. I'm saying if you also have the healing code cards, if you have the body deck, that can be really good. Now, diabetes in that sense, again, I got to be careful because we're on YouTube here. I have to kind of speak in code a little bit. But basically, one of the best things you can do for him is put him on Radiate. Okay, so with what I'm getting with his diabetes type 1, it can be reversed. It certainly is reversible, but again, I have to be careful because I'm not giving any medical advice here. Okay, so really what I would suggest is just being able to put him on Radiate, right? Just working with the Radiate technology. And what I would suggest, maybe putting that by his bed. So if you have it on a phone, that would be great. And what I would also suggest that you do is that you maybe teach him a little bit more about meditation and breath work. Okay. And when he has the phone of Radiate on it by his bed, is just tell him to set an intention to help with working with his liver. Okay. Now here's something that you can do, and I'm just going to call you WWW if that's okay. It's a little bit easier. So what I would suggest you do, WWW, is just go ahead and do some Om chanting. Okay. And I'd like you just to sit down with him. Okay. Maybe you teach him some meditation if he's open to it, because you tell him this is going to help your health. Right. And what you're doing is you're Om chanting directly into his liver. Okay, you're Om chanting directly into his liver, and you're also just working together a lot more with the major organs. So his stomach, his liver, his kidneys, okay, working and just doing some Om chants directly into it. And all you just have to tell him to do is just be open to it. Just be open to what he needs to go through, what needs to happen to process a lot of that stuff out. So the reason why I'm recommending Radiate is because we're actually doing some blood test analysis on people who have come into Radiate and who have basically sat here for 3 hours, and they have been able to get blood tests afterwards. And being in the presence of Radiate Regen for 3 hours, the blood tests have actually shown that toxins are actually being pulled out of the cells and entering the bloodstream to be flushed out of the body. So this is actually being proven to work scientifically with Radiate. Okay, so if you have the free version, the premium version is usually what I'd recommend because there's a lot more features with it. And that's something that I would suggest you do. I can't really advise too much stuff because, like I said, YouTube is just so anal about people trying to do any kind of diagnostics or medical advice, and that's not what we're doing. I don't offer medical advice because I'm not a medical professional. Okay. But this is looking at an energy healer's advice. Okay, so Radiate Regen, the healing code cards as well too. The liver enhancer would help him. Blood enhancer would also help him. Okay, liver enhancer, blood enhancer, heavy metal eliminator, biotoxin eliminator. Okay, virus eliminator. Those are the 5. And if you have the healing code cards body deck, the AetherX body deck, that is what you would use. Breanne, did you have anything else on that?
And I mean, of course, we can't recommend any specific, medical advice as well. But with that sun card, I'm really also getting just even having him out in nature in that sunlight could be really beneficial for him and his body as well with that energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of sunlight.
Yeah, sun is beaming.
Yeah.
Some vitamin D.
Vitamin D would definitely be very helpful, especially with people with the D word. Okay, I'm just going to refer to it as the D word. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, with the people with the D word, what's one of the things that you can work with? Answer a D with another D. Okay, that's D3. Okay, so you want to have a lot of vitamin D in your system. Get some vitamin K at the same time. Okay, and that what vitamin K does is it helps to bring the vitamin D deeply into the bone marrow, and bone marrow is very important because that's where the immune cells stem from. Okay, so D with D. Okay, D with D and K. That's what I can suggest. So we just have to be careful because YouTube is on the warpath right now. I already had one of my other videos here back in 2018 pulled down. This is why I said I need to get a new channel going because I'm just going to get some fresh content going, and also want to kind of have a membership opportunity for people to come in and they can do personal readings with me through the new YouTube channel. So that's, again, one of the many reasons why I'm doing this. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. Thank you again, Woman, for your question. Okay, here's one from Sunny Sis. Sunny Sis says, will the plant tobacco help heal okay. Yeah, we got to be careful with language here, guys, okay? Help heal the hokey pokey, okay? That's the code I use. So will the plant tobacco help heal the hokey pokey. A new study of mice refers to tobacco as a healing possibility. Okay. So guys, we have to be a little bit careful here. Okay, like I said, YouTube is on the warpath. If they try to see anybody that's trying to give anything that looks like medical advice, this channel could get shut down. Okay, so we have to be a little bit careful. Please, guys, try to speak in code if you can. Right? You can call the J word, but I would say just call it the hokey pokey if you can. But we'll look into that. We'll look into the benefits of tobacco. Okay, I'll start off first, and I'll let Brand take care of the cards. Tremendous benefit. Yes, tremendous cleaning, tremendous benefit, very beneficial. This is exactly why a lot of the Native Americans would often offer the pipe, right, with the raw organic tobacco. Okay, it's not like your cigarettes that you're getting from the grocery store. Okay, that is loaded with harsh, despicable chemicals. They have basically tainted something that was an ancient tradition that the Native Americans have given to people, especially for people who were visiting them. They would give them this pipe. It would help to clean. Okay, so tobacco, very, very beneficial.
I'm getting the same thing here. We have that Ace of Wands right in the center and a victory as well. So it looks like it's something that's very beneficial. For using here, we definitely have a lot of good energy for that, and I feel like it can help with the big transition too. We've got that death energy, so it can help really move some things through the body.
Metamorphosis,
so, yeah.
Detox, detoxification.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I've been getting really good energies for that.
So we're getting
well.
the
judgment
card here, right? So that again is representing rebirth. That represents renewal at the same time.
New beginnings.
We're getting the Ace of Wands, right? New beginnings, new actions, right? New capabilities that you can bring yourself out.
The Emperor.
Well, the Emperor is fine. The Emperor is basically new establishment, right? Building new ground for oneself.
And we have the Hermit.
Yep. Introspection, helping with internal work, internal transformation.
A victory.
And victory as well, too. So that's really good. So we got a lot of positive confirmations relating to the benefits of natural organic tobacco. Okay, don't go get Marlboros and not going to your grocery store. Oh, okay, I'll get cigarettes. As Brad says I should get tobacco. No. Those are poisons. Do not use those. Okay, you get the raw kind of organic tobacco. If that's something that you feel drawn to, only if you feel drawn to. Don't just go and do it because I say it's good. Right? You have to feel within your heart that this is something beneficial that you want to get involved with. Okay. Okay, we got a donation-based question here. This is from Gordon. Let me just go ahead and go to the star section here. There we go. I can show us question. Gordon says, can you give a description of the thief who is stealing my packages from the mailroom? I've had those kind of people too. Now, Gordon, we really can't do this. Okay, we're not really here to give exposure. We're not psychic investigators. Okay, so really what I would suggest is that I would say put some intentions in the mailroom. So here's what you can do. In your own home, just envision the mailroom as you go into meditation. Okay, as you go into meditation, see the mailroom there. And all I want you to do is I want you to just put white light. Put white light all around the mailroom and saying that all of my packages will stay here until I retrieve them. Spirit will protect my packages until I retrieve them. Okay, so we're not psychic investigators. We're not here to bust anybody. Okay, that's not what we do. That's not what I do. That's not learning anything. Okay, so again, what I'm teaching you guys here is empowerment. It's how to work with yourself. Yes, it sucks when packages have gotten stolen. I've had that too. It's happened to me. Okay, but rather than trying to bust a person, it's more about I'm just going to put the light in the room. I'm going to put the light in the space. I'm going to protect my package. I'm just going to let spirit hold it there for me until I get in the room. Believe me when I say, when you do that with your wholehearted intention, with great sincerity, with love behind it, it happens. I know this because I've done it. Okay. So Gordon, that is my recommendation. Meditation state, go into meditation. Remember your heart rate variability, right? Breathing in for 4 seconds, breathing up for 6 seconds. Get yourself calm. Do not feel like you're going into meditation when you're all stressed out because you're not meditating. Okay. So pre-meditation really is just getting yourself into the parasympathetic nervous system. It's getting yourself nice and relaxed, nice and calm. And now I wouldn't even say you're really doing meditation. You're basically doing a mindfulness practice. And then you're intending that light to go into the mailroom and just command the powers of spirit, command the forces of spirit to look after any packages that are there. And I can tell you that if you do that with great sincerity, you'll never lose another package again. Okay. Breanne, anything you want to follow up on that?
Well, I had a similar thing. I ordered, not necessarily that it was stolen, but it was something that was lost. And this was just recent. Just the other day, I ordered a package, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to be having to apply to get that refund because it's just lost. And I just took a moment to connect with Spirit, and asking for it to bring it to me. And there it was the next day. It arrived at the house and delivered. So it's just little things like that, just connecting to your heart and connecting to Spirit and setting that intention.
Excellent. Oh, very good. So this one here is from Jan. This is specifically for you, honey. So this one is for, hi, Brad. Can you take a look at how you see my near future? Thank you very much. And this is from Jan Ziggers.
Hello, Jan. All right.
Have you done readings with her before?
Her name does look familiar, so I feel like she could have joined me on one of my live tarot webcasts a while ago. See what we have for Jen.
And this is basically what it'll look like, right? When her and I start doing personal readings through our memberships, it'll be very much like this, just taking questions from you. I'm going to kind of take it to the next level, though, because I want to get you guys on Zoom so we can try and do video to video talk if possible, but we'll still have text options. But this is a nice sneak preview.
Yeah, you have a beautiful energy coming up, Jan, here. We've got that Queen of Wands energy, Six of Cups. We even have the Eight of Wands right in the center. So I'm not sure if you're planning on traveling in the next little while. Maybe there could be something going on with your family. 8 days, 8 weeks. There's definitely a happy celebration, getting together with friends, getting together with family. But you have a beautiful energy. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles as well. So it's like building beautiful relationships. I feel like this is really much related to possibly your siblings, or could be, your family, your hometown family. But it looks like the next little while is going to be a lot of fun. You've got that Three of Cups, so getting together, having, lunches or dinners, and there could be even some travel going on with that Eight of Wands right smack dab in the middle. So wouldn't be surprised if you're going to be traveling in the next little while here.
Excellent.
Yeah,
it's very good. So it looks quite
positive. It looks very positive. I'm not getting any big hiccups. It looks like if you're curious about work as well, I feel like work, we have that Three of Pentacles. Co-workers are, working well together with them, and it looks like really positive on all fronts right here.
Great. Excellent.
Yeah.
Jen, hope that helps you. And again, if you haven't had a session with Breanne yet, be a good idea, because like she's just giving you a mini reading right now. So we can go a lot more deeper into quite a few questions that you may have as well too. Thank you, Jen, for your question. Let's see. Okay, here's one from Energy Vibes. So we'll both look into this one. Hello, Brad. Can you tell if a crypto collapse is coming? Okay, let me go ahead and take a look at the market here. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm not working with tarot. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm actually working with what's known as ideograms. Okay. This goes back into my remote viewing days. I haven't done this in a while, but I was actually starting to do it again yesterday. And I said, you know what, I haven't done this in quite a while, and I always had great success with working with what's known as subconscious ideograms. And I basically just spontaneously create like a scribble, and then I tune into it, and it's me tuning into the Akashic records. So basically I'm going into the Akasha while Breanne is going into the tarot. Okay, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, that's what I'm up to. Okay, so let's take a look at Energy Vibes. Brad, can you tell if a crypto collapse is coming? So for some coins, there is. Yes, for some coins, it's going to be like there's a flushing coming out for some coins. Okay, some coins are basically going to collapse. There are going to be others that are going to stay strong. You guys know of how I've talked about XRP. I feel XRP is going to be a very, very big coin down the road. Again, I'm not a financial consultant. I'm not a financial professional, nor am I a crypto professional in any way. I do have some investments in XRP. That's the only coin I'm actually investing in right now, is XRP. So from what I can tell, it's kind of like there's some culling happening. Okay, there are going to be some crypto coins that are going to be belly up. Okay, Bitcoin, I think, is going to be going through a fluctuation. It's going to have its ups and down period. It's really hard to kind of predict that, but it's kind of like it's hitting hills and it's hitting valleys. So I think that as XRP slowly makes its climb up, there's going to be a burst period for that. And I do feel like that might be in the next few months. Okay, so I feel as we probably get maybe into 2025 or so, probably 2025 feels more likely to me. then I feel like XRP is going to make a really big climb, but there's going to be a burst period for it where it could be quite common to have about $10,000 US worth of one XRP coin. Okay, that time is coming. But I'm just seeing other ones. I don't really have names for them, but I am seeing that there's, if you have like a whole list of cryptocurrencies here, a lot of them are going to be called away. It's kind of like you're trimming the fat. Okay, so there is going to be good news and bad news. There's good news for ones that basically have sustainability, right? That have good press, that are doing well, they have good management. And then there's going to be ones that do not have that, and they're basically going to slip away and fall away. And maybe I think maybe other cryptocurrency companies are going to be buying out other cryptocurrency companies. So you may notice that certain crypto may amalgamate into some other coins as well too. But again, I don't really have names for them. But that's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm feeling a culling of the list of crypto. Breanne, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, kind of looking at a general energy of it, it does feel like with this 10 of Swords, there is that energy of some of them, like you said, going belly up. And they may not make a comeback, but there is that burst. We have that sun right in the center there. So it feels like there is a burst in some of them. Again, I know we're not financial consultants, but it does. I have also pulled multiple tarot spreads on XRP, and I have got really good energy coming out of that specific one. But yeah, it looks like there could be, almost maybe a little bit of a crash and something explodes as well with the center here, and that 7 of Swords is kind of lingering as well. So ones will be going belly up, and I don't see them coming back.
That's the feeling of the culling I'm getting. There's a feeling that some of them are going to be kind of cold, and they're going to be like, some of the fat is going to be trimmed, some of them may be going belly up, and like I said, there may be some other cryptocurrency companies that are going to be buying out some other cryptocurrency companies. So we may start to see some mergers coming together, because there's just a whole whack of crypto coins out on the market right now, and a lot of people want to create them, and some of them can fail quite quickly. So like I said, it's really kind of that there needs to be some strong thresholds here. There needs to be some strong foundations, and that's kind of what this reading is telling me here.
Yeah.
So we basically have here,
we have the High Priestess.
The High Priestess, yeah. This is a different deck, so I'm trying to figure out what it is. I don't use this kind of deck. Okay. Then of course we have the Ace of Swords and the potential outcome. So very good.
Yeah.
So that shows that yes, there are going to be some cryptos that are going to do very well. Like I said, we haven't really looked directly into XRP. I have, and I know Breanne has as well too. And we've both gotten some really good things for the future. Right now, it's still trying to find its footing. But in the times ahead, it is going to grow, right? It's not going to happen right away, but it is going to be something, I'd say, probably over the next few months, but don't hang your hat on that. That's just an estimation. Again, the thing is, guys, we really can't put dates on these situations. We basically look sometimes at astrology, sometimes at numerology, sometimes to the Akasha, some to the subconscious. Sometimes we get the idea, well, it does feel like there's an opportunity of a window of opening, maybe around the fall or winter time. But that isn't giving you an exact date. That's just letting you know of an open window. Okay, so that's basically the best I can do. I don't have a calendar in front of me and say, okay, January 24th, right? It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. So we just have to be reminded of that. Okay, so we have a couple more donation-based questions here. This one here is from Scott. Scott says, just saying hi to you both. Just got a tarot reading from Breanne, and she is amazing at what she does. Very intuitive. Wish you both the best. Oh, you got a nice testimony.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott, for that. I always appreciate that. And like I said, I've been helping Breanne just to try and help her with the confidence of doing this work a lot more, because like I said, she was in the financial market. And I remember bugging her, so why don't you just stop that job and just start getting it? I don't know if I should do that. I got a contract. Right? So,
it took me a while to get there.
Yeah, it took a while, but when she finally got there, she was very, very shy of being on camera, and now she's not. So even when I was saying, okay, we're going to be about 90 minutes with me today, I'm like, okay, right? But I'm with you, right? You have a wingman with you, so you don't have to worry about it. But no, she also had a really good testimony yesterday from
it was from Scott.
It was from Scott.
It
Okay,
was
well,
from
there you
Scott.
go. Great, great. So yeah, I mean, her ratings are exceptional. Like I said, guys, if you really like Tarot by Janine, if you really like Isabella, Tarot by Isabella, you will love Breanne, because unlike them, Breanne does personal readings, and she's just as good as they are. Okay, so thank you, Scott, for that. We have another donation-based question. So this one here is coming from G Conscious. Breanne, I'm doing an investment patent project for my new business. I really felt like Elinone Inventions. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce. Oh, sorry. All-in-One Inventions. That's what it is. Okay, you got me confused there. All-in-One Inventions is the one to work with. Am I correct? So this would be for Breanne herself. Okay. So G Conscious is just asking about his business. If he felt an all-in-one, or so he or she, I can't say if it's male or female. I really felt like All-in-One Inventions is the one to work with. Am I correct? So Breanne will do a scan on it and see what she finds.
Yeah, thank you for that clarification. I was trying to read
that. What? All-in-One what? Okay, All-in-One Inventions. Okay.
All right.
That makes sense. I was getting confused there for a second.
All right, what do we got? I feel like it may be a little bit of a struggle in the beginning with getting things kind of up and going here, but it looks like the outcome and overall there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We do have the outcome with the Sun and the High Priestess, so kind of going in intuitively to check in with yourself if this is a good decision. The energy is a little bit back and forth on this question, and if this is the right avenue to take. There definitely is some benefits to it, but we do have a bit of that 10 of Swords right in the center as well. So let's see. I'm gonna just pull more oracle. Let's see here. So we have that between worlds. So I feel like there's some adjustments maybe it needs to go through. But once those adjustments are done, it's kind of like a bit of a purge with that one. And then it does come out on the other side. So that kind of clarified it a little bit better for me there. A little bit of a purge going through it, but there is some positive outcomes with that all-in-one company.
Okay, so positive outcomes for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So would that be a good idea for him to go for it?
Yeah, it feels like a little bit of a purge. I don't know if there was some things going on internally or behind the scenes with that company, because we have that 8 of Cups and the 10 of Swords, but it's like it comes out, does a bit of a purge, and it comes out. We have between worlds. So it's kind of in that transition right now. So I'm not sure in terms of if this is something you're going to get into right away, but it almost might be beneficial to just like hold off a tiny bit longer for things to kind of move forward, because it feels like it's going through a bit of a purge with that energy.
Great. All right. Well, again, I hope that helps you. Thank you again for your question, G Conscious. So I just have a follow-up here from Woo Woo Woman. She says, we use the cards and radiate daily. Great. So what I want you to do is I want you to start setting intentions while you're using that. Okay. So that's where radiate is beneficial. Guys, here's the thing. You don't just turn radiate on and you just don't just sit with it. Okay. You can do that at first, but that's not what I created radiate for. Okay. When I created radiate, I want you to talk to radiate. I want you to have a conversation with radiate. So all you're really doing, like I said, start doing some heart rate variability. Start going into the parasympathetic, right? Stimulating the dorsal-vagal complex. After you're doing that, I want you to look at radiate and saying, radiate, this is what you can do for my son. Okay, so if Luca is right there, you're maybe giving him some instructions for intentions, right? Help to heal my organs, right? Help to heal my cells. Help to clear out a lot of toxicity that's causing this problem within myself. Okay, so again, I'm kind of speaking to you in code here a little bit, but www, that is what I suggest you talk to your son about. Okay, I want you guys to set intentions. I want you guys to talk to the cards. Okay, so if you're holding up a virus eliminator within the body deck and you're saying, clear this out, clear this particular, the D word out through the liver, clear out the D word through the stomach, clear out the D word through the blood cells, right? Increase my immune system. Okay, so immune enhancer will happen a lot more when we're working with the major organ purifier. Okay, the major organ purifier, very, very good for the immune system for that one. Okay, talk to the cards, talk to radiate. That's the key here. That's the golden nugget that makes radiate and the cards work so well, is when you talk to them and you set your intentions. Okay, so please make sure you're doing that. Don't just sit with it. All right, let's go down a little bit more here. Okay, this is just a follow-up from James. Hi, Brad. Thanks, Brad and Breanne. I mean gray hat, as in not necessarily good or bad. So yes, agree with the point you make. Yeah, exactly. That's why I say I don't use. I know there's a lot of people online that say white hats, and I say, guys, they're not white hats. Like I said, this is a force of nature, and we have instruments of the force of nature. And so the counter forces I'm talking about really represents the forces of nature. And so people can be involved, animals can be involved, Mother Nature herself can be involved with the counter forces. So that's why I call it counter force. I see it in a very different way from how many other people do. Okay, let's go down a bit more. Okay, so we already took care of some donation-based questions. Okay, here's one from Krati. Krati says, hello, I want to know about India. The government is raising taxes on everything, and it feels like soon it will become an oligarchy. Most people are divided in religions. What's going to happen? It feels like exactly what's happening in the Western world, my friend. Okay, so that's happening in Canada. That's happening in the United States. That's happening in England, right? So it's quite a few other places that are going through similar things. But we can look into that. We can look into what is the future of India. Right? How's the future of India doing? While Breanne is looking it up on the cards, I will do an ideogram on that. Look into the Akasha, see what the Akasha has to say about the future of India. I see prosperity, my friend. I see prosperity in India. Okay, you guys are jumping through some hoops right now. You guys are going through some speed bumps. Okay, but really what I'm seeing through India right now is that there is going to be a time where all this stuff needs to come out because, like I said, it's a purging, it's an evacuation. This is what we're seeing in the world. It is a worldwide detoxification. And what's coming out of us when we detox is very nasty. How we feel when we're detoxing is very nasty. But once we start to detox, then things are going to start getting better. Okay, and I do feel like that will happen for India, but it is going through its detoxification symptoms right now. Everything is purging, and it's not a feel-good purging. It's like, oh, I get this stuff out of me, and I need to purge, and it feels gross, and it feels disgusting, and it feels nasty. But in the long run, from what I can tell, India will have a prosperity to it. Okay, Breanne, what do you think?
Yeah, same thing.
There we go.
We've got that 8 of Swords. Well, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and we even have a 3 of Swords energy. So it's a tough energy here. You know, there's definitely some heartbreak. There's some divide. There's a lot of chaotic stuff going on, like being backed into the corner with this energy. But like Brad was saying, there is a purge and there is a positive outcome on the end of the spectrum here. We have that
that's
world
fulfillment,
card.
That's completion, that's letting you know you've purged out the things that you need to purge out. Now India can be a new country.
Yes.
Right? It still will hold on to its traditions, it will still hold on to all of its ancient wisdom, but it's being purged out. You're getting the filth out of the country. Guys, you have to see countries as bodies, right? Every one of these bodies are sick right now, and they're basically getting treatment. The treatment is helping to purge a lot of the stuff out, right? Because again, the viruses know, the pathogens know, the parasites know these are their last days, and they're being flushed out of the system, and they're trying so hard to hold on. And if they hold on, the intensity becomes stronger. The intensity becomes stronger. The immune system gets stronger. The immune system starts to expand even more. And now even greater flushing is coming together. It doesn't feel so good for the body. But once it's out, there you go. There's the world card. So that's exactly what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, exactly. And the 2 of Wands showing, like, you know, new plans, new rebuilding. So yeah, that's exactly what
every time I talk to Spirit about what's happening on the planet right now, said the best thing that you can imagine is happening, right? The most wonderful things on the planet are happening right now. Now, of course, there you go, right? The world, right? But of course, like I said, there are symptoms. There's detoxification symptoms, and the entire world is being cleaned up. I don't care where you live on the planet. Does not matter. I don't care if you're tucked all the way in Zimbabwe. I don't care if you're all the way up in the north in the Arctic Pole, right? I don't care if you're all the way down tucked into the Antarctic, whatever it may be. Every particular area of the planet is being purged, is being detoxified, is being cleaned out. Now, it is not a pleasant sensation. It's like when you're sick. It's like when you have a really bad flu, a really bad fever. You feel horrible. And everything is just so intense and it feels nasty. Like, oh, whatever is happening, get this out of me, get this out of me. Well, that's exactly what the earth is going through, right? She's getting these parasites out of her. And it's going to take a little bit of time. But through that time of purging, you are looking at a whole new earth. And Spirit will constantly remind me that tell the people, no matter where they are, no matter what country they are in, that this is a wonderful time to be alive because you are witnessing the last days of corruption on this planet. It's all going to go. It looks like it's moving in another direction, but it's not. We're setting up the pins so that we can knock them down, right? You're bowling and there's going to be strikes. We're playing bowling. And you're going to get hitting, your strikes are going to get hit, okay? So they're setting up the pins to make it look like these things are horrible. Here we go, we got the pins. No, we got the bowling ball. And it's going right down the middle of the alley, knocking every single one of them down, and every single one of them will be a strike, right? That's what's happening. So do not get so fixated on the idea of what's being set up pertaining to the bowling pins, okay?
Looks like
you got some nasty
pins too.
Exactly, you got some bowling pins there too. Exactly. We got some nasty looking bowling pins, and you're right. But it's being set up so it can be knocked down. Okay, we're going to try and talk about this one world government. We're going to try and talk about superinflation. We're going to be talking about invaders that are coming in through immigrants. Bowling pin, bowling pin, bowling pin, bowling pin, bowling pin. Okay, and they're all going to get knocked down, all of them. So this is exactly what's happening on the planet. Don't get so fixated on what's happening on the surface, because what you see on the surface is not the truth. It's being set up so that you know that these things are here, and then we go and we knock it down. And I can guarantee you, and there's that G word, can guarantee you that as we get into the end of the decade, you are going to see some massive change where a lot of those things that you are worried about no longer exist. You can take that word to the bank. Okay? This is exactly what I'm getting from Spirit. That's really Spirit's word just coming through me. Great. Okay, great. I hope that helps, Krati. Thank you very much for your question. Okay, here's one from Krati again. I guess we'll take this one. Usually, guys, I want to try and see if we can take it to one question each, but since I've already pulled up, we'll do it. So Krati just wants to ask Breanne, what do you see for my writing career? Okay. So let's just try to do one question each, guys. Okay. So we don't have too much time. We got about another 40 minutes, so we got some time. So after this, we'll do an announcement. We'll do some announcements after this one. When we have membership sites coming on, we have the membership shows. You guys will be able to ask up to 2 questions each, but for now, it's just 1 question. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Anne. What did you get?
Yeah, there is a lot of progress I feel like you can make here, but it does feel like there's a little bit of, I guess you could say, a writer's block with that hangman energy. I want to say pay very close attention to your dreams as well right now. And going within is really what's going to, we got that hermit card in the outcome there. So going within, maybe getting in a little bit of that hermit mode and just trying to kind of connect to your heart center in terms of getting things out there, because I feel like there's still more stuff to kind of put out there for your writing. It looks like it's headed into a positive direction. I think it's just more or less connecting with your higher self when it comes to getting your writing out. But like, we even have the High Priestess with the book there. It looks like she's writing. So just kind of that intuition where that's guiding you to go and where it's guiding you to write. But it definitely looks like it's a positive movement in terms of your writing career here. So we have the Four of Swords. So I kind of feel like as well, pay attention to your dreams. I'm not sure if I already said that, but I feel like you journaling, having a journal beside your bed and paying very close attention to your dreams, because there could be some messages coming through from your dream state as well with this energy.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Krati, for your second question there. So again, I just took it because I pulled it up earlier. So. Okay, so I'm gonna try and look for people who have not asked a question yet. Okay, so like I said, guys, when we get into the memberships, we'll have more opportunities for multiple questions. Just for today, we are kind of short on time. I'm gonna go first, before we get back into questions, we're just gonna go ahead and break here for a minute, and we're just gonna go into announcements, okay? So after announcements, we'll come back for more questions. Again, guys, you guys are doing great. I love your questions. We're both enjoying it, right? Yay. So we'll come right back here in about a minute or two. We're just going to do some announcements now. Here we go.
Radiate Regen Centers are expanding our reach around the world, and we want to give back through our new referral affiliate program. You can earn a large income referring your contacts who would be interested in purchasing Radiate Regen industrial strength technology for commercial business as well as private home use. Spread the word and generate a commission of $360 USD per successful referral. To begin earning today as a referral affiliate, visit radiateregen.com/referral. Private one-to-one sessions have returned with Brad Johnson and Adronis, with appointment times from 30, 45, and 60 minutes online. Offline sessions including the 3 questions by email and distance healing are now available. Book your session now through our website, wisdomtransmissions.com.
Get readings with Breanne and be astonished at the depth and accuracy she provides for you through her tarot readings. Breanne can create crystal grids for distance healing, plus offer Reiki and Kundalini attunements. She is also a certified Flying Star Feng Shui consultant. Visit Breanne's website and book your session today at readingswithbreanne.com.
Source-enhanced products to repair and rejuvenate the body. From the power of light to crystals to bed kits, card decks, and more. View our free samples, tutorials, and testimonials on our website, AetherX.co.
Okay, and a reminder that we have custom engraved products on AetherX.co that are now 25% off, so you can check that out as well too. All right, so like I said, I'm going to be in Bosnia starting tomorrow up into the 23rd. So I'm going to be working a lot with the healing group that's there. But again, Breanne will be available for bookings. She's also going to be handling a lot of the AetherX orders in my absence as well too. So looking forward to what Bosnia brings. And then when I come back, I'm going to be working to open up the brand new Wisdom Transmissions YouTube channel that will be coming in November 1st. So looking forward to that. All right, let's go ahead and get back into some questions. So let me just go down the list here a bit here. Okay, this one here is from Miss Fiji. It's more of a general question. So Miss Fiji says, question, is Project 2025 only for the USA and will it affect worldwide? I'm not even too sure what Project 2025 is. I would have to look at it very briefly because I've heard people talk about it, but I've never looked at Project 2025. I have no idea what it is. So let's see if I can do a quick summary about it and see what it is. Let's see, Project 2025. Have you heard of that? Huh?
I have not. No.
No. What is Project? Oh, here's some Forbes. Okay. Sounds they're not putting a bunch of ads up here. Spearheaded by a conservative think tank, the Heritage Foundation, with help from more than 100 other conservative groups. Blah blah blah. Through the project is led by the Heritage Foundation and other private third-party groups that is not firmly tied to Trump, who has tried to distance himself. Which includes a LinkedIn-style database for presidential personnel hopefuls, training programs for executive branch positions, and as in yet unreleased playbook laying out what Trump should do in his first 180 days. It almost feels like it's kind of a good doomsday type playbook, I guess. So it's a multi-part plan for the next conservative administration. Okay, feels like a smear campaign to me. Right? Doesn't feel legit whatsoever. Okay, so let me just look at that up for Project 2025. Yeah, the word I'm getting is bunk. Okay, it's complete and total bunk. It's not at all in his conservative plan. It's not at all in regards to his presidency. I think I was watching a little bit of the debate yesterday because I have to, because you guys have questions about it. So I don't watch it mainly because I care about it, but a lot of people will ask me about it. So I said, okay, I guess I got to keep informed of this. And Trump has basically denied that. He says, I never looked at it. I have not touched the 2025 thing, whatever it is, Project 2025. I have not looked at it. I have no say in it whatsoever. And my feeling is that it is an invention from the Democrats. It's an invention of the DNC to try and scare people into thinking that Trump is doing something really horrible when he really has nothing to do with it. Okay. So to me, the entire Project 2025 is bunk. So what are you getting?
Yeah, with the outcome of that, we have the magician. So it feels like it's kind of manipulation.
There you go. Yes, it's magician is garbage. So we'll take
and the Hierophant before that.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at that. So basically, we have the
High Priestess, the Judgment, 6 of Pentacles, getting it out there. But then we have that Hierophant and the magician with the outcome.
To me, it's all bunk. It's all phony. It's all baloney stuff. So, but that's the first thing that was, as soon as I was going into the Akasha, it's like bunk. Complete and total bunk. It is not even legit. So I wouldn't worry about that going worldwide because it's not a real thing. It is nothing but a paper invention created by the DNC. Okay, completely and totally fake. Okay, so anyways, thank you, Miss Fiji, for that question. Candy Cane says, Breanne's readings are awesome. You got a lot of fans here, huh?
Yes, she's a lovely lady.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. So again, see, she has her people here. So like I said, guys, please make sure you're booking a session with Breanne. You're going to really enjoy it. Okay, this one is from Naran. You know Naran, of course.
Oh, no.
Yeah, one of my students. Hi, Breanne. Hi, Brad. Nice to see you both together. A question. My daughter, Aileen, is pregnant with twins. It's very fresh. Will her pregnancy go well? Congratulations to your daughter. That's great. That's wonderful. Wonderful.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so twins. So I guess Breanne will cover first, and I'll follow up if need be.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it'll go all right. I don't know if she's gonna have maybe a little bit of, not feeling so good with the kind of morning sickness and whatnot. So it may be a little bit of an intense pregnancy from the energy here. I'm wondering if she can have some weird cravings as well.
Is that the devil?
Yeah, we've got the double energy there, but I'm getting cravings with that energy, like weird cravings with it. So
carrying twins, I would be surprised.
yeah, but overall, I know it does feel like she's going to be kind of drained, especially with that Nine of Wands energy. So it may be a little bit of a challenging, just kind of hard on the body, but overall, it looks like it's a pretty decent energy here.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take a look at the Akasha for Aileen. Yeah, I agree with the idea of cravings. And again, I'm not trying to be a dietitian in that sense, but there's going to be some dietary changes with her. Yeah, she's going to have some different switches of foods. But the babies, I feel, are going to be very, very healthy when they come out. They'll be very, very healthy twins. So it's just a matter of maybe just reminding your daughter about eating well, maybe just not eating junk food, getting off the processed stuff as well too. Again, I'm not trying to be a dietitian here, just making sure that you're getting a lot of charge in your body, okay? So maybe putting Radiate on, be working with the Healing Code cards, working with AetherX products as well too, right? Have a crystal with you. Wear a rainbow shirt, okay? We have the rainbow t-shirts. Use some of those, just get charge in your body. If she can handle fruits, if she can handle some good vegetables, get that. If she can handle smoothies, if she can handle certain juices that have those particular types of benefits to them, have that as well too. So my feeling is just getting a lot of charge in the body, really bring these beloved children in the world highly charged, getting a lot of toxins out of them. And so the key to that is high charged eating. So superfoods, high organics, vitality foods, right? Things that come from the earth that she's willing to eat, that she knows she likes, right? So really encourage that with her pregnancy.
Yeah, for sure. Because and with that too, we have that Two of Swords as well. So it's like making certain choices that are beneficial for her and the babies.
Great, excellent. Okay, so blessings to you both. Thank you very much for that. All right, let's go back to the next question here. Okay, so here we go. Here's the just from Joan. Joan says, how's it looking for RV or Gessera front at this point in time? Okay, so I'll tackle this first, and then Breanne can follow up with her tarot. Okay, so look at the resets. Basically, it's a RV revaluation period. Gessera. Again, guys, I've never really confirmed Gessera, but let's take a look at this and see. I just get the feelings are going to be great. Things are going to be great, but like I said, you're still trudging through the mud. Okay, we're still in sickness time right now. And sickness by meaning that there's a recovery period. We're trying to recover. We're trying to get medicine in the body so a lot of this stuff can flush out, right? So there's been medicinal doses, and they've been getting bigger, and they've been getting bigger, and there's a lot of flushing out that's happening, right? But there's still those little parasites that are still holding on. So the feeling I'm getting of an RV reset and the feeling of an Gessera, I say, guys, it's not really going to be what you think, okay? So there's going to be some programs that are going to take place, but it's not about the idea of it raining money down from the sky, right? So there is going to be some helpful programs that are going to come together. Like I said, I've really seen this a lot with debt forgiveness. I've seen this with programs that are going to assist people with housing, right? Housing is going to be a big one. With education is going to be a big one. With food and clothing, a lot of the basic key essentials that people need are going to be given either at a very, very affordable rate or even for some aspects free. Right. So a lot of that is going to be coming. So I see it a lot more as prosperity programs. So it will be coming very, very soon. Breanne, what do you get?
Yeah, Again, we've got pretty much the
Yep.
same thing. We do have a celebration with this. So there is a lot of, like I said, I feel like certain programs are going to be coming to surface here. And I love how the outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a solid foundation, and it even looks like in this picture like a house. So like Brad was saying, there could be lots of certain programs that support reasonable housing, like the housing markets will change. But it looks like we have that Empress there. This is new growth, fertility. So there is a positive change when it comes to, I feel like, a reset with the financial or monetary system here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And like I said, guys, like growth for a seed, it does take time to grow. Okay, so it is growing. It's doing very, very well. But like I said, in time, like I said, a lot of people think that as soon as they have the prosperity funding that they're going to become millionaires. That's not how it works. Okay. And as much as I don't like to burst your guys' bubble, because you guys get so much hopium on the internet telling me about all these things. Oh, you know, we're going to get like so much prosperity funding, we're all going to become millionaires. No, 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 no. Okay. But you're going to have really good prosperity times. There is going to be allowances that'll basically come together that will secure families, right? Will stabilize a lot more markets. Everything's just really going to be stabilized. But in order for that to happen, we got to get the riffraff out. We got to get the parasites out. We got to get the debris off the earth. And so that something like that can come together so it doesn't get sabotaged, so it doesn't be infiltrated. Do you know how many wonderful systems that were originally in place that were going to benefit humanity have been infiltrated? So many, right? And that's the parasite, and we got to get the parasite off the planet. So it's coming. It certainly is coming, but there is a bit of a wait period for it. But when it happens, it's going to be great. Okay, this is another one here from Gordon. Gordon had a donation-based question. Our pendants amped up 300%. I bought from you. Yes, everything in the the AetherX store is amped up now. So I refer to them as being optimized. So the pendants are optimized, the necklaces are optimized, the bracelets are optimized, the crystals are optimized, the shirts are optimized, the bed kits are optimized. Everything that's in the store on AetherX.co is amplified to 300%, hence being it's optimized. Okay, so it has a much more stronger charge. So yes, that's up right now. Thank you, Gordon, for the reminder. Okay, I didn't get anything from Francine other than just a donation. So let me just go ahead and check back and see if Francine did leave a question. Sometimes there can be donations that happen and people just forget to. Oh yeah, here we go, right here, Francine. Okay. So thank you, Francine, for your donation. Just forgot to put the question there, but we found it. So would love a health general reading for Francine. Okay, so I'll let Breanne go first, and then I'll follow up with that. And then we have some more donation-based questions too that I'll tackle.
All right, so we have that Fool energy. So it almost feels like your health is like being reset. There's a reset happening from within here, and there's introspection. I feel like there's certain upgrades happening. I'm not sure how you're feeling recently, but I know I've talked to so many people, and it's like there's so many aches, there's so many pains in the body, people not feeling good, and it feels like there's some kind of energetic adjustment happening here, especially with the Fool. This is a new beginning here. We have that Hermit right front and center there. So it's kind of the energy of maybe going within, making sure you're taking care of yourself, that introspection. So taking it easy, not overdoing it. But we do have a Six of Wands with the outcome of your health. So if there are any struggles that you're experiencing right now, it's the energy of you're going to be able to overcome it. Just try not to overdo it too much. Allow some time for yourself to rest and relax for sure here.
Great. Okay, great. So I will do a bit of a Akash looking into you, Francine. Okay, 1 minute. You need to eat more vegetables. Okay. You need to eat more vegetables. You need a little bit more grains in your diet. I think that there needs to be more processing. I'm getting the feeling there's quite a bit of plaque in your body. Okay. So what I would suggest, and I've suggested this with a couple others when I'm noticing that there's plaque in their body. Number 1, have chamomile tea. Number 2, green tea. Just make sure that the sugar content is not too intense with that. Try and find it kind of like more, unflavored green tea. With not sugar, non-sugary green tea. Another thing I can suggest is ginger. Okay, ginger is very good. You just need to get some plaque out of the walls of some of the arteries. Okay, we need to get a little bit more circulation in your body for blood circulation. Okay, blood circulation is a little bit weak, so basically just getting a little bit more circulation going. So breath work. Okay, so alternate nostril breathing. Right, that's a really, really good one to work with. Working again with the longer exhales. I also talk about Rachaka, right, where you're breathing in for 4 seconds. You're breathing out for 8 seconds, right? Just getting a lot of that charge in your body as well, too. You may also want to look into infrared saunas. Okay, infrared saunas is very good. Getting into a hot tub is really good. Anything that really tries to increase the blood flow, right? Just getting a lot more increased blood flow in blood circulation, because what's happening is that you are doing pretty good, but the whole idea is that if we don't have sufficient blood flow, a lot of those toxins can't come out of the body. Okay, so sea salt baths, very, very good. Infrared sauna, very, very good. Fruits and vegetables, again, making sure you're getting enough of that charge so the body can flush a lot of that out. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from you. So completely in harmony with that. Great. Okay, let's go to the next question here. This is a donation question from Kenise. Kenise says, "What's happening with my marriage?" Okay, so this is Mrs. Kenise Kendrick.
All right.
So we'll take a look at that. I guess I'll start off first, and then Brad can follow up. So what's happening with your marriage? I'm just feeling if the love is still as strong as it was when you first started. Okay, I just feel like there's kind of like it feels like there's two directions that the two of you are moving into that may not be together with each other. I'm just wondering if there's been some animosity in the family, if there's been hurt in the family, if there's been tragedy in the family. But it feels like the two of you are having a hard time staying on the same path. So with the nature of your marriage in that sense, it feels like I'm just kind of seeing like a wedge that's being divided and moving you into two different paths. Is that what you're getting to?
Yes. Now we have that fork in the road, so exactly what you just said, like two different paths.
Yeah.
But I do think there is like a little bit of that soulmate energy coming out here, and I feel like if you guys really wanted to work on this, I mean, it would take both of you guys to be on the same page. So if there are certain stagnancies within the relationship, you guys do have the strength to kind of come together and make this work. I'm not getting anything in terms of it being completely loom and doom here, but again, like God was saying, there's that fork in the road, so there could be that separation in terms of your guys' energies, or like kind of coming apart, with the Six of Pentacles being the obstacle as well. It's like you guys are just not seeing eye to eye on things. But there is potential to sit down and communicate.
You need to sit down and talk to each other.
So
you need to clear the air.
Big on communication there.
So that's the feeling I'm getting as well too. I don't feel the marriage is over or anything that way, but I feel like you two are just kind of diverting from a path, because I feel like there's life events that are taking place that are kind of pulling you guys apart, and you need to work to come together, sit down, negotiate. Again, it always takes two. So if that's something that you feel you resonate with, then that would be our suggestion there. Okay. Thank you very much, Kenise, for your question. All right. I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. It's great. This is the first time we've done this on Wisdom Transmission, so it's great. Let's go to the next question here. Okay, here's one from Marcia. I'm not too sure if it's Marcia or Marcia. I'm not sure if it's the Marcia we know, or
that all the time.
Maybe another Marcia. Marcia is quite common. So, hi guys. Here's one. I feel like I'm at a crossroads in my life. Can you tell me what the cards say about my near future in regards to my relationship and where I live? Okay, so thank you, Marcia. I'll let Breanne begin, and I'll just follow up with that. We're kind of taking turns. Like I'll begin, then she'll follow, then she'll begin, and I'll follow, and we're taking turns. Okay, so crossroads in your life, about your near future and your relationship. Okay.
All right, so we do have that Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. I feel like with the Seven of Swords in the middle, there's a little bit, it's just like that lack of passion right now. It's like there's some blockages happening. I feel like you can very much turn this around very fast. Like you just have to connect and go within here. So there's some blockages happening. I feel like it's like you're not following your true passions is what I feel like. And when we're doing that, we just kind of hit those oh my goodness, block walls,
Those
brick walls,
brick
brick
walls.
walls, the brick walls there. So there's a little bit of a wake up call. We have a Judgment and the Magician. So I do feel like you're going through a little bit of an awakening, you can say. And you have the potential with that Magician to manifest this new reality that is really abundant. But I think it's also, there's that Five of Cups. So there's some things that you might have to go back and work on surrendering and going back to the breath work and, you know, Brad's BCR technique here, or cord cutting as well. Because it feels like with the Five of Cups, there's maybe some sorrow, maybe with a relationship that is still holding on, preventing you from moving forward here.
And you're also doing crystal grids as well too. So crystal grids could be quite helpful. Breanne does that for people. So you can also look into crystal grid work. She also does Reiki. She also does the Kundalini work as well too, like I've taught her. So she has all those expertises. So you can check that out. Is that a word? Expertises? Expertise. Yes. All right. Let's take a look at Marcia here through the Akasha. Just see if I can get anything coming together. Things don't seem as bad as they seem on the surface. There just needs to be adjustment. Okay, you just need to have some adjustments on things. Like I said, relationships really are a mirror, right? It's like going into a hall of mirror. You have your relationship with your partner, your relationship with kids, you have relationships with parents, and they're all just a hall of mirrors. How am I responding to these hall of mirrors that are in my life? Am I feeling down in the dumps? Am I feeling that I'm not following my path? Am I feeling that, you know, the work that I want to do, am I able to do that? So a lot of this feels like more like personal crisis, more so than your relationship. Your relationship is just going to reflect back to what you're feeling about yourself, right? So we need to basically just start to, it's kind of like what Breanne was saying, is that moving more into surrender and just coming back into the middle. This is kind of why I'm drawing a dot in the middle here, because this is the idea of staying in the center, right? I need to reevaluate. I need to reevaluate exactly where I stand. I need to reevaluate what I want to do in life. I want to help to align myself and start following things that I know I really want to do. Because if I don't, then my mirrors are going to be, not the best reflection. They're going to start being warped and scary looking in that particular way, because I'm not getting myself into center. So tragedy seems to hit. And like I said, we need to go, and this is like what I've taught you guys on this channel quite a bit. There's a lot of free practices on the playlists of this channel. BCR technique, cord removal, right? Prana transmission technique, even the brand new one, trauma transcendence. What is it in my past that is still haunting me? And that's what I want to heal. That's what I want to harmonize. As that happens, new opportunities are going to come. New windows of opportunity, new windows of growth will come in, and you can hop right through them. So I get that feeling as well too. So very good. Thank you very much, Marcia, for your question. Okay, how are we on time? We've got about 15 minutes left, guys, so I'm pretty sure we'll be able to take about 2 or 3 more questions. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, here's one from Kathy. Okay, Kathy says, my dog Holly is limping. What's wrong with her? Okay, so I'll start off with that. Maybe just look at and see what your dog Holly is going through, and then Breanne can follow up. So let's see, your dog Holly for Kathy is limping. She kind of pushes herself a little too much. I feel like maybe there's been an issue with that leg that she's been limping on for quite some time. I'm just not too sure if she maybe just took a bad step, if there's a problem with her posture, a problem with her alignment. It feels like that leg has had trouble before. And it feels like this is something pertaining to atrophy or something that's been growing after a bit of time that may has led to a bit of severity in regards to the leg just having too much stress and starting to buckle. Okay, I feel like maybe she's either hopped down or maybe she's just hit that leg quite a few times. But I feel like this is not the first time. I feel like it was something that was just generating leading up to that. So what I would suggest is if you guys have the AetherX Source flashlight, okay? So the Source flashlight is available on AetherX. That would be the one thing I would suggest tremendously because of the focus. So if you have the AetherX flashlight and you're shining it right on her hind leg, if it is her hind leg that's hurting, that is going to do some great effects with her. Second thing I would suggest would probably be Radiate, just putting Radiate next to her while she sleeps, okay? But if you have the Source flashlight, the AetherX Source flashlight on etherx.co, you get that. that can be very, very helpful to help repair the joint problem that she has with her leg. Okay. Anyway, what about you? What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting because we have this 10 of Wands energy, and it's kind of with this individual, it's like he's got all these logs and he can't see where he's going. So I'm wondering if she injured her leg and she didn't see what was going on. She hopped over something. And we do have that 7 of Pentacles in the middle here, and it's interesting. So we have a dog next to the lady there. So I want to say with this energy, just to have her take it easy, because like Brad said, I feel like if she's overdoing it, I mean, we've got this big yard running around, and if she's constantly running around, I feel like it's going to take a lot longer to heal. So it's really just keeping her kind of maybe
a little bit more confined
in a confined area while this heals, because it's something I feel like that will continue to aggravate her if she's still hopping on it all over the place for an extended amount of time there.
Okay. What's the 5th card?
We have the 5 of Swords energy in the final card there. So again, it's like I feel like the best advice with this energy is to just have her maybe more confined right now, to let that heal, and use, like Brad was suggesting, the flashlight. That's phenomenal. We use that every time we get an injury over here. We got the flashlight on it, and it speeds up the healing process so much faster there. So it's kind of the energy of using, if you have that flashlight, and to just keep her in a confined area, because I feel like if she's still out running around in the yards or going for big massive walks here, it's not going to heal very fast. It's going to take quite a bit longer here.
Yeah, exactly. So just keep an eye on her, and like I said, if you can get that flashlight, that's good. Healing code cards can also work on animals. Okay, so again, if there's one, if you do like the body deck, for example, you want to work with the joint enhancer, that would be very, very good. Bone enhancer would also be another very good one. Even, of course, in the mind and energy deck, there's some really good beneficial cards just to help you remove stress. Okay, so that's something you can look into. Very good. So thank you very much for your question. All right, so we're almost out of time, guys. I think we're going to take 1 or 2 more questions, and we're going to wrap up. Okay. Okay, let me just see here. Okay, we got a donation-based question. So I think we're going to end with this last question here. This one here is from Anna. Anna says, "Hi, Brad. Can you see the improvement in my overall health since I started using the app in April?" Okay. So I'll start off, and then Breanne can follow up after that. Okay, seeing some improvement in your overall health since you started using Radiate in April. I'm assuming you're talking about Radiate. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. Have your sleeps been better? Right? Have you been sleeping a lot better at night? I'm feeling like there's energy storage coming in, and I feel like your cells have a lot more cohesiveness. I feel like there's a lot more improvement even in your lung capacity. Okay, I feel like your bones are getting stronger at the same time. I'm also seeing a lot more of a richer aura with you. So I'm not too sure if you've had some emotional improvements as well too. Maybe there's some manifestations that are coming your way that may be feeling better. But the feeling I'm getting here is sleep. Something with sleep. Maybe you're sleeping better. It helps when you're confirming this with me. But that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. It's a feeling of improvement of sleep, the more vitality coming through. I feel like, again, there's been some good work with your lungs, even maybe your posture as well, too, specifically around the area of the lower back. And like I said, just a lot more potency in your aura from what I'm sensing. In cells, I feel, again, more detoxification of cells. I feel like your immune system might be picking up a little bit more as well, too. I think I'm also feeling activations in the spine and the brain for you at the same time. Okay, Breanne, how about you?
Yeah, a big yes. There's been tons of improvement based off this energy as well. And with the sun, I'm so focused on the sun and the Page of Swords, or Page of Wands, sorry, as well, because it feels like there's a huge increase in energy, like the vibrations, the frequency, everything is uplifting here, and you're going forward. We've got that Page of Wands, which is just like, put that, like Brad made a very good point about like using Radiate is wonderful, but when you put those manifestations out there, it is incredible. So make sure you're setting intentions and setting your manifestations, because you're going to have a lot of success with that. But overall, it looks like the app is benefiting you a lot with this energy, and there's this awakening within the body and the cells, and I feel like they're repairing with that sun. So really positive energy for you here.
Yeah. So I'd say overall you're doing well. Keep using the app, because you're just going to keep getting more benefits out of it at the same time. So Breanne and I are planning to open up a center in the start of the new year. We're moved into a new house, so we're not continuing to work with the Radiate Region Center here in the house. but we are considering opening up a center in Langley, because we're in Langley, BC, Canada. That's where we live. We're on the outskirts of Vancouver. And we're thinking of getting a new center built. I wouldn't say built, but basically putting together a new center in the Langley area that'll be commercial. So when that starts to happen, we'll be letting everybody know. So again, that'll just give an opportunity for people in our neck of the woods to try out Radiate Regen. But like I said, if you're not in the area, if you're not near an area, because I'm working to try and get more people, and this is where I need your guys' help. This is why that commercial comes up, guys, with Radiate Regen. Okay, so when that commercial comes up, sorry, wrong button. When that commercial comes up, I'm basically just letting you guys know this is what I'm doing to give you guys a reward if you can get people to maybe put Radiate Regen in their home for private home use that they can use personally, or for people who have healing centers. If you refer people to radiateregen.com and they sign up, you will be getting $360 commission. Okay, that's great. What do they have to do? They fill out the form and they use you as a reference. They say, we referred to by, I referred to by Joe Smith. Then I would talk to Joe Smith because he signed up with me, and I would give them a $360 payout. Right? So that's my best way of giving my reward to you guys as a thank you for us to try and get Radiate Regen out into the world. Okay, because we got a few centers already. We got 2 coming up here on Vancouver Island. We have another one in Australia. We have another one in New Zealand. We have another one here in Cambodia. We have another one in New York. We have one in pending that is in California as well too. So we have quite a lot of them that are starting to come up, but we want to get more. We want to get them by the hundreds. Okay, and this is why I'm going to be working to get some scientific data coming together. I have got the results, but because I'm preparing for Bosnia, I'm not able to look into it just now. But again, this has been doing really, really well. Right? So Radiate Regen, guys, as you are seeing, you're seeing how people are changing. You're seeing how people are shifting. We're doing scientific work with it all together. If you know somebody who has a wellness center who would be interested in getting Radiate Regen, it's only a $2,000 commercial fee for them to get the software, and then they basically set everything else up through screens, whether it's smart TVs, whether it's tablets, whether it's PC monitors, and they set it up in their whole space. I help them with it, right? I help them to put that together. There's also a members area that they access, tells them everything about how to set this up, okay? Radiate Regen can be a game changer. It is probably one of the most powerful technologies on the planet today, right? And I'm not saying that just because I'm an inventor of it. I'm saying it because I'm seeing what it's doing to people, and it's massively transforming people. So please feel free to take advantage of that. That's radiateregen.com/referral. Okay, sign up there. Send people to Radiate Regen. It'll really help me out a lot. I'm going to be going in at full bore when I get back, but this really helps because you guys are great helpers, and I could really appreciate your help with that in really helping to get this out on the planet. Okay, thank you guys for everything, and Breanne, thanks for being here with me today. And again, please feel free to check out Breanne's website. Okay, so she does. You also do things besides tarot readings, right? So
Tarot, distance healings. I do crystal grids, Feng Shui.
Kundalini.
Lots of Feel free to if you're curious, send me a message if you have any questions. And I'm always available to chat.
Great. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining us today. I will not have signposts tomorrow because I'll be leaving tomorrow. Okay, so a week and a half, I'll be out of touch. But again, as I come back on the 23rd, starting the next week, we'll be getting more into wisdom transmissions and signposts on the week of the 23rd. So that will be coming again. Thank you guys for everything, and I will talk to you next time. Blessings to you all. Namaskar. May it be well with you. Take care.